What's going on, guys? It's your boy Epix. We are in my local city of Norwich. We are heading to the Forum for the video games retro market here on Easter Sunday 2025. Let's have a look and see what we can find to add to the collection. Enjoy the video, stay tuned. I will be going through segments and then showing pickups after each segment. Enjoy. Yes guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the little walk-in intro. So yeah, let's go through that first row. So as you walk in, as always, the organizer store, which is Botel's alternative. He had a few nice bits on there. Next to him was a raffle, like a raffle stall. I don't know whether that was to do with him, but they had like boxed Master System 1. They had, I think, Xbox 360 boxed, loads of like PS2 games and loads of bits and pieces that you could win. I think it was like £1 a ticket, 600 tickets and 100 prizes, something like that. So 1 in 6 odds, not too bad. Yeah, then next to those guys is pixel art. Always looks so good. I just don't have space to display any. Otherwise I probably would end up buying some of them. And then after that there's another, I think it's an independent trade, I'm not 100% sure, I didn't get the name. But yeah, they had some really nice Saturn, Game Gear, Master System, some Mega Drive, a little bit of everything. That was the stall that I had my first pickup from, and that is actually a newer game, or newer console game. And that is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 on the Xbox One. I've been meaning to pick this up. This was only £7. So yeah, I thought I'll grab it. Obviously the Xbox One games don't come with manuals. But yeah, discs in nice condition. Add that to the Extreme Sports collection. And that's actually one I do want to play before Tony Hawk's 3+4 comes out. Hopefully later this year. So yeah, that was my first pickup. Now let's have a look at the next section of stalls. that was local couple that run Second Chance Treasures, normally do a lot of car boots. I was speaking to them a little bit. They're only doing Late One in Aylsham on a Saturday and Great Yarmouth on a Sunday, which they reckon they're having great success with, which is good to hear. But yeah, that is the spot that they are always in. Whole variety of games for all consoles, as well as a lot of collectibles, the pop vinyl things, whatever they're called. Excuse me. And yeah, managed to grab a few games off of them. So the first being Jeremy McGrath Supercross Worlds on the PS2. That is complete. Then the next one I managed to pick up was Micro Machines V4 for the PS2. Old Game Station stickers still on it. Again, complete. And then yet another one for the Extreme Sports Collection is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 for the original Xbox. So all three of these complete with the manuals. Should have been 12, did me a deal for 10, and also threw in this for my daughter. I wanted to get her a controller stand, so I grabbed her Call of Duty controller stand, chucked it in for free for me, so really appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. On to the next. Right, now these guys I've bought from before. They're always coming. I think they travel all over to these gaming markets. But yeah, really nice guys. Always really well priced, and managed to pick up just one game for myself and then 5 for my boy. So we'll go through my boys first. So we picked him up Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 on the 360. Complete. Lego Movie. Complete. Lego Batman 2. Complete. Lego Batman 3. Beyond Gotham. Complete. And then Lego Lord of the Rings. Again, complete. So yeah, grabbed all them so that he can get more towards his Lego Xbox 360 set that he's going for. For myself, I just picked up one game from them, and that's on the PS1. Tomb Raider 2. £6. That is, to be fair, the case is minty with the platinum disc. The manual looks like it's never been touched. And also this Lara merchandise book as well, which is pretty cool. Get your Lara Croft merch in there. And that is fresh as can be. So yeah, really happy to be adding that. I don't think I've got any. No, that was the first Tomb Raider for the PS1 in the collection. So yeah, glad to be adding that. Let's crack on and take a look at what else. So yeah, as you see, you go through the arches into the back room, and the first stall on the right was, I don't know whether it was well, I'm guessing it was an independent trader, but he had a lot of really nice toys, all boxed on card or things like that, old cards, TMNT cards and things like that, pop heads. Really nice to see, really expensive, but condition wise, they were absolutely mint. A lot of his pops he had signed as well. So yeah, really good to see. Definitely some money's worth on that stall. Opposite was a little stall. They had keychains, they had metal signs, which I did have a look at a few, but like I said, I've got nowhere to display stuff on the wall in the gaming area. They had a lot of the 3D printed Pokemon, Pokeballs and Pokemon as well. So it's pretty cool to see. Then up on the back wall, I'm not sure the name, but they had all games for all systems, as well as loose consoles, box consoles, a bit of everything. The only thing that puts me off a little bit is nothing is priced, so you're constantly asking how much stuff is. It's my only bugbear about some traders that don't price stuff up, but yeah, still good to see massive variety of games. Then in the corner, I think there was meant to be a trader there, but they didn't turn up, so that became a board game area. Sit down, there was a variety of games there. Then the last stall in there was some Pokemon cards. They had English Pokemon cards, Japanese Pokemon cards, they had graded cards, they had a few pop figures as well, and then just a little box of some PS1 and PS2, which were really, really clean. So someone had obviously really looked after them or spent a really long time cleaning them up, because they were pretty minty fresh. And that was it in the back room this time. Back through the arches, let's have a look at what else there was. So out from the back room, first stall there was Super Level Up. Had a awesome range of games on so many systems, really nice condition, really well priced. Also had a few Pokemon bits. Again, the metal signs as well. Then out back into the main area, you had the pins, which I do quite like. I need to take my daughter because she knows more about like the anime side than I do, so she'd probably really like that stall. Next to that, you see that awesome turtles. It was like slate, but I don't know whether it is slate or like printed onto slate or something, and 3D printed bits. Then in the, it's kind of the corner area is your gaming area, so you had all sorts of consoles all set up on CRTs, which I say they're always there, but it's really good to see a lot of the younger generation having a go, see what it was like gaming back in the day. Then stall on the end there, had a lot of PlayStation, PS1, PS2, PS3, a few bits of Master System, Mega Drive as well. I did pick up one game off there, and that was Tomb Raider 3 for the PS1. So that's Tomb Raider 2 and 3 picked up from the convention. Is complete. Do need to do a front case swap, which isn't a problem. I've got spare cases anyway. But yeah, so that's two Tomb Raider games added to the PS1 collection today. Just need the original Tomb Raider now. Now let's have a look at the last stall. In the convention, and that is Alan and Sam, Castle Retro from Ipswich. I think they're Ipswich based, but yeah, they always have some absolutely amazing stock. So the start with, you had the 3D printed signs, which I did and about. I do want Master System sign, but I want one that hangs. Unfortunately, they were freestanding. But yeah, the games are always really clean. They bought up a amazing Super Nintendo collection, so all the box Super Nintendo stuff was minty fresh. And Master System, Mega Drive, obviously PlayStations, Xboxes, bit of everything, a bit of Japanese games in there as well. Some loose carts. At the end there was plushies, I think there was a box of t-shirts and that as well. I did pick up one game to upgrade mine for the Master System full collection, and that is Wonder Boy 3 Dragon's Trap. Absolutely amazing game this. Really hard to find with the manual though. Fortunately, as every, I think, Wonder Boy 3 manual I've seen, does have writing on the back. It is all in pencil apart from where it says Lizard Man. But I might just keep those on anyway. As I say, the going rate I paid for it, hang tab case and a manual. I will sell on the case and cartridge. So yeah, really pleased to be adding a manual to the Master System set that I managed to get from the convention as well. So yeah, really awesome convention. A few less game traders than normal. I know it was, what was it last? It was Brighton last weekend, so I think a lot of the traders went there and they didn't want to do this weekend. Plus it was Easter weekend, a lot of people want to spend time with their families. But to be fair, as soon as the doors opened at 11 o'clock for early entry, which I think was 11 till 12, it was packed, absolutely packed. I stayed for a good few hours. I did go away and grab myself a drink and then come back in after normal entry at 12. And yeah, it was busy as hell, which is brilliant to see. See a few other YouTubers there. Dan the Games Man was there, PS Too Many Games was there, Retrohead was there. I had a little chat with all of them. Yeah, really good to see local video game markets in Norwich, because they are few and far between anywhere local to Norwich. So yeah, really glad that this is happening and is going to keep coming back. So later on this year we've got Norwich Monday the 26th of May, which is part of the Norwich Games Festival. You've got Norwich on the 3rd of August and then again on the 27th of December. Also local to Norwich, you've got Great Yarmouth, Saturday the 30th of August. And then on the in-betweens, the video game retro market is at Camden, Sunday the 11th of May. Brighton, Saturday the 26th of July. Camden again, Saturday the 23rd of August. And then Brighton again, Saturday the 29th of November. So yeah, if you are local to any of those, save the dates, get booking. It's well worth a day out. So yeah, so really appreciate all the effort that is put in to these video game markets. I know it's a lot of hassle, but to see the turnout and to see the smile on everyone's faces as well, just after time it's nostalgia going, I had that, I used to have that as a kid, I played that as a kid, my mate had that, do you know what I mean? It is that nostalgia feeling, and really good to see local like-minded collectors as well. So yeah, as always, thumbs up from me. Awesome event. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below if you went, if you managed to pick anything up, if you would have picked something up that I didn't. Stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe if you are new. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.